It is not just this pro-BLM crowd in Brooklyn. There are literally people with "Don't Tread on Me" flags right next to BLM members. Yes, the description is not lying to you. There were MAGA supporters, the evil white supremacist Trump supporters, so-called, if the media tells it, and Black Lives Matter supporters, all protesting with Kyrie. And interestingly enough, if you guys saw yesterday's meme of the day, which was the WNBA parade, there are way more people interested in Kyrie Irving than the women parade. So I had to check these clips. This isn't the one where they're marching. First off, can you guys hear the sound? And I hope I don't get claimed for any of this stuff. Yeah, you see a "Don't Tread on Me" guy flag. If you saw it, it was like a yellow one. It was BLM guys. It was Black Lives Matter shirt. I don't know if you can see everything. MAGA hats. "Don't Tread on Me" flags. Yeah, I don't think this is audio's good. Cool. I didn't see this one, but as you can see, like I said, here's the same worksheet. Stand with Kyrie. And these are all the people. These are all the people that stand with Kyrie. And this is not the video I saw. That was another video from a different angle where you can see more people. Oh man, poor random guys have to work. There's a scene where you can see, like I said, there's all sorts of different flags. Yeah, how often are you going to see a BLM flag and a "Don't Tread on Me" flag and MAGA hats and BLM hats at the same time? And who would ever think it would be for a fucking basketball player? Out of all the things to bring people together, Kyrie Irving of all people is the guy to bring people together. This is just another shot, another angle for the protest. Again, there's a lot more people who care about this one male basketball player than cared about the championship of WNBA. I just want to toss that out. It's the stand with Kyrie. Again, pretty ethnically diverse, politically diverse. See, don't tread on me flag. Black Lives Matter, New York. But that's where we are. That's interesting element. Basically, the long and short is a combined group of Black Lives Matter supporters and purported MAGA supporters or Republican supporters. Guys are down on the Democratic Party. And so there's a lot to unpack. Is there any signs of change, right? Change. Shout out to Obama, right? Change. Not Michael Berry. Are there signs of change? Is there something different in the air? Let's Go Brandon, right? That's the new thing hot in the streets. The song Let's Go Brandon was #1 on iTunes, right? Despite censorship, it's hit some sort of mainstreamification. Have enough people been red pilled by the past 8 or 9 months to where things are a little different than they were? Not totally. There's still a lot of freaks. There's still a lot of Tumblrites, useful idiots on Twitter who, scream the wokest stuff from the highest hills. But are there more and more people willing to look past a lot of political bullshit. I am honestly, I'm shocked that I saw. Again, who knows, but the purported BLM members purported, not Democrats, Republicans, and like I said, there was a "Don't Tread on Me" flag. There was a BLM hoodie in the same rally, and a year ago, these people were punching each other in malls, right? So, and another element about BLM specifically, as much as Patrice Cullors and was buying large mansions, and we got the Martin Luther Creams of the world. Never forget, similar to Time's Up, the actual chapters who wanted to do stuff never got money. And that's why that hoodie said BLM New York. There's a BLM New York, Chicago, every other major city you could think of. And they never got money from the major chapter. All that money that went in last year, that went to the DNC and went to buy large mansions. It never went to any local Black Lives Matter chapter. They were only used when necessary, useful idiot style. And I am not pro BLM. In fact, BLM was one of the reasons I started the channel, because they pissed me off, and it pissed me off to see something that was so obviously fraudulent be used as something that was somehow quote unquote representative of my voice. It's like, fuck out of here. Are you kidding? And then when corporate America took it, it really pissed me off. But all that money, all that hype, all that shit, it never went to a local chapter. And to be fair, again, not the most positive of BLM, but the local chapters are the only ones who did anything of note that was positive. Only ones who would do coat drives and whatever else for the community. Oh Lord, got a telemarketer. Sorry. But it would be a local chapter. It wouldn't be a national chapter. So all that money didn't go to them. And a lot of them are upset. In particular, if I remember, the New York chapter was upset. I've covered that on earlier episodes about how that funding is a little funny. And so I'm interested in seeing what the future of Black Lives Matter holds now that so much has been exposed about the actual organization to the individuals who run the organization. I'm not necessarily talking about the fair weather fans of BLM who just have a hoodie and a shirt because Twitter told them to. I'm talking about the actual ground members who run it. People had left the organization too last year. A lot of that didn't get talked about. So I'm interested in I'm like, I wonder if this is something they would have done if they were still as connected with the national organization as they were last year. I don't think they would have, honestly, this rally. And is this a defiant thing? There were guys very negative on the Democratic Party. How is this going to play forward? How is this going to play going forward when the DNC used BLM as along with Antifa as a bully organization and a guilt trip organization for all of last year and basically abandoned them? What are those people going to do going forward? That's an interesting element to just ask. Outside this Kyrie Irving thing, outside of anything, where are they going to go? And how are they going to react? That's one question I have. My other thing is, are we going to see more crossover events, so to speak? Are we going to see more things where something that is thought of to be leftist, or people who are thought of to be leftist, and people who are thought of to be on the right, the alt-right, connecting for a shared purpose in protest? You know what I mean? I don't know how effective the protest is going to be in the grand scheme of things. It's not like this is going to change the world. Everyone's going to start holding hands and everything, but it's just an interesting thing to see. Can people from these groups come together for any other shared purpose? And will that be necessary with the authoritarian craziness that we have? In a way, I kind of hope there's more crossover. Whether it's about Kyrie Irving, whether it's about something else, I hope there are more people that can get over whatever political division to come together for things that are important. I think whether or not Kyrie Irving plays a game is, in the grand scheme of things, not important, but the enforcement of these vaccine mandates are. It's all I've been talking about since I've been doing daily shows, pretty much. And I wonder what's going to happen with this story long term as well, because this, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, But as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, is there any other public celebrity who's so opposed to these mandates? Is there anyone else? Like, I don't think there is somebody that's like, or another situation in which there's tons of situations. We talked about the bus shortages. We talked about worker shortages and all that nurse shortages, all because of the enforcement of these mandates. So society's breaking apart. But as far as public culture war type stuff, I don't know if there's a more public argument other than this, as far as the mandates, as far as a public figure goes. And so I want to know what's going to happen with it. And I want to know how is it going to play out for other people. And I got to commend Kyrie. But yeah, he's had this soft rivalry with LeBron. They push LeBron as he's this athlete, this activist athlete, more than an athlete. But he only does what his corporate shills tell him. He only does what China tells him, China James. He only does what he's allowed to do. Meanwhile, I wonder how Nike feels about this, because Kyrie is a big Nike guy. But Kyrie is willing to lose millions of dollars, lose a championship for his principles, regardless of what you think about him. That's what he's willing to lose. And they've compared LeBron to Muhammad Ali, but LeBron is nowhere close to Muhammad Ali because he was never willing to lose money for a cause. Kyrie is. He's already lost money. He's already lost game checks so far. He's going to keep racking them up so far every time he doesn't play. Because the NBA basically announced, if you're not allowed to get in your building, I don't think I said that part earlier, and I apologize. The whole point of this Kyrie Irving thing, this whole protest, is if you're not vaccinated, according to the NBA, in your area or the arena that you're supposed to play in, mandates that you be vaccinated in order to enter, and you're not vaccinated and therefore cannot enter, you will not be compensated. You will just lose your game check, and that's it. You cannot play, and you will lose your game check. And so as a result, Kyrie Irving, who is reportedly not vaccinated and who plays half of his games in Brooklyn city, or in Brooklyn, New York city, with those mandates, he's not playing, and that's caused so much divisiveness, or so much uproar, that even a mixed crowd of MAGA supporters and BLM supporters were there and protesting him.